Hello and welcome to this week's Trade of the Week on Tuesday, the 19th of April. And after a long Easter weekend, I'd like to look back to what we did last week. And last week's Trade of the Week was to go long the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I've got a daily chart here at 34,500 with a stop at 33,950, just below that support area I mentioned last week. And it has actually been tested but held the index so far last week. And today we're trading back above that support area and also back above the orange line here, the 55-day simple moving average at 34,347. So we're basically back at where we were at last week when we did the trade of the week at 34,500. You can buy the Dow here with a stop still at 33,950 if you feel so inclined. So that was our trade of the week last week. So the same as last week, it's still there. But this week's trade of the week is on currencies, and it has to do with two reasons, one being a technical one. As you can see here, we've just broken out today of a triangle formation. I can just draw it on here. You can see that we formed a triangle over the last month or so, and we are breaking out of it, and that's why we have an acceleration to the upside in the case of the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen, taking us to multi-year highs. And you can see this here on the monthly chart. We're trading at levels last seen in July of 2015 and heading towards the 97 yen and 30 sen mark. But the upside target, really, technically speaking, is the high from November 2014 at 102 yen and 84 sen. So that would be our upside target here on this Aussie Japanese yen chart. And the trade of the week is to go long at around 94.75 yen with a stop loss below the triangle low point here at 90.75. So that would be our stop loss and that would be our entry level. And it's also a trade from a fundamental point of view, which makes sense because as we saw in the minutes of the Reserve Bank of Australia's April meeting report, the Central Bank of Australia has basically said that it is aware of rising inflation and that it is very closely looking at the data coming out with regards to inflation going forward. And it is likely, and that's the way the market has interpreted the minutes, that the Australian Central Bank will start raising rates from its extremely low levels of 0.1%, which it has kept for 16 months in a row. Whereas the Japanese central bank, the Bank of Japan, is basically sticking to its dovish stance, and the comments we saw out yesterday from Japan from some central bankers suggesting that the very weak yen is actually not a problem for the Japanese economy because of it obviously being a net exporter of goods and therefore benefiting from a lower exchange rate. So this trade going long the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen makes sense from a fundamental perspective, but also from a technical point of view. So this week's trade of the week, just to reiterate, is to go long the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen at 94 yen and 75 sen with a stop loss at the triangle low at 90 yen and 75 sen.
For more videos from us here at IGTV, join us on Twitter at IGCom, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.